Yeah, what's good, YouTube? This your one and only Turn Loose Bruce from the Boogie Down Bronx. I'm on here today. I'm gonna come and talk about something different. I'm gonna talk about the party lines. The party lines been around since the late 1800s, and then the suburb areas, the rural areas, and stuff and so forth. Even though it was used for talk to other people out of town, other states, and other places and stuff back then. It wasn't like a telephone circuit. It was a telephone circuit, but it wasn't like you use that local number. You talk to everybody and their mother and stuff off these lines. And even though the party lines were frequently used as a source of entertainment and gossip, became a norm in the culture. The party lines came in the urban community like in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and stuff. They was around. The party lines been around since the war times, World War II and all this stuff. Vietnam War and so forth, wartime for talk to other soldiers and stuff, talk to other people, other different states and countries and stuff. But in the 80s, young girls, young Caucasian girls was using these lines to talk to cop men and college football players and so forth. Because they tell you some stories. And they used to ran up their mother phone bill and stuff. Because their mother be at work, or their father be working in corporate America. And the woman used to work in the household in the suburb areas. And if you was a black man, your mother and father wasn't gonna let you run up their field, especially now using on party lines, talking to random girls and strangers and stuff. They wasn't going for that. So it started coming to the public in the 90s, the late 90s and stuff. City Chat was the best chat line in the world. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because I have stories, I have friends that tell me they met girlfriends and got married and so forth, had kids and everything, started family. I had good relationships off those lines, meeting women and stuff, 5 years and so forth. Then the other lines start coming in, like the Brooklyn Raven, the Mama Raven, the Butt Monkey, the Donut, the Roach. All these other chat lines start coming in different states and stuff, So a lot of things started happening and stuff, everything was cool and dandy, everything was safer back then. Till something happened in the mid to late 2000s, it wasn't no transsexuals online back in those days. But now years later, since the Jail King, 2004, Oprah exposed them and everybody started doing, Law and Order started doing it, all the other sitcom shows started doing download. That was the main focus. Now, now the transsexuals start coming online, selling themselves and all this stuff. They wasn't doing the pay to play back then, till they got together and said, yo, these niggas is fucking us for free and shit. And they said, yo, we gotta charge these niggas. Because there was women on there that was doing the pay to play, was escorts and stuff, call girls and stuff. So a lot of things started happening. I heard a lot of stories of people get set up. I heard a dude, he met the girl going to Manhattan and Wagner Projects, and then he was about to do the dude. 2 men came out and robbed him, set him up, chased him out of the Wagner Projects. He ran butt naked with his boxers, ran out of Wagner Projects calling for help. You taking a risk because you're going by perception of the voice, and sometimes voice could deceive you. You got the ugliest person that could be online, could be the cutest one. And the ones that sound cute and stuff, they could be the ugliest ones. Either or, you taking a risk. And another story I heard in 2009. It was a girl the guy went to the girl's house, went to braid her hair and stuff, and then he came to collect because the girl owed him money. So the guy, he sent his homeboy with it to collect the money, and then they ended up killing the girl. And this was in 2009, Morningside 155th. So, and then the cops called him and he started snitching on the other guy, talking about, he set me up to do this. They both went to jail. A lot of things happen. A lot of people get set up and robbed and all this stuff. And there's a lot of black, and especially black transsexuals, be getting killed by these Caucasian men off these lines as well too. So, and nobody won't talk about that. The media don't talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. So, then you have other lines out there that, they'll give you 60 minutes. Remember, back then in the 2000s, you get on these lines, you get 60 minutes, to talk and stuff, and then after that, you gotta pay. You gotta use that same number that where you calling from. Your vibe lines, your crush personals, and other paid numbers you gotta call. There was, 1-900 numbers are gone now, so yeah, they give you the local numbers, but you get free trial 60 minutes. Now it's 30 minutes because they know, and they know a lot of people is using it. They know that people is not going to pay $9.99 just to stay on these some memberships and stuff, because a lot of things happen from experience. So a lot of people, it's a dangerous world out there. You taking a risk meeting these people. You meeting random strangers that you don't know, and you come into other urban community. You go into their neighborhoods and stuff where it's high crime, just a lot of things be happening. And then you gotta watch out, escorts set people up too. Sometimes they be their former boyfriends, they baby dads be using them as pimps and stuff to get money out of niggas and shit. So set niggas up and rob them and shit. And you got transsexuals, they got pimps too. So somebody using somebody, to get some money out of somebody, try to rob them and set them up. And if you're gonna meet somebody, meet them in a mutual setting. Don't meet them at their house, because you don't know what's going on in their house. They probably ambush you and probably kill you. So, and plus, make sure they exchange pictures with you, because you want to see what they look like, because you don't want to waste nobody's time, your time and my time. So, because time is stuff you cannot get back. You could get your money back, but you can never get the time that you waste. So if you like this content, subscribe to the page. It makes this content grow. So, hit the like button, alright? It's free. It don't cost a dime. And, you could donate, it keeps me coming. The more you donate, I'll come up with more content. So I write to the public, write issues, and we could go with this thing, grow this page together. We could be great again. I want to take my content to the highest level, to the best of its ability. Because I'm not here to, you got scammers out there. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm not going to sell you something that I'm not going to bullshit you. Because I ain't got time for it. Because I work. I work for cities, so I work for the civil service, so I work for welfare, so help people with their rent and stuff, make sure people don't end up in the street, families don't go to the shelter system. That's my goal. That's where I work at. So I use YouTube in spare time, put up videos, content, great content, talk about social issues or what's going on, keep people alert in today's society, so they don't get caught up in the bullshit. So when you get this message, enjoy your day. I'm going to come up with more content soon. Next thing I may talk about is Black Planet, the history of Black Planet, Alright? Enjoy your day.